before you get, well, I heard you talk about the 50 women, but let's be honest with you. The average man is not going on 50
This is just me
dates.
throwing numbers out there. I'm not being literal and thinking that the
I get it.
average
I
guy is
get
going
it.
to take 50
I
women.
get it.
What I said to him is by the time you've entertained 50 women, and you keep hearing this, right? Now, if you've dated 25 women and you've heard the same thing from those 25 women, and let's say all 25 of those women are bottle girls,
Yeah.
you keep going for the same type of woman and you keep getting told the same type of thing, sir, your problem is not you. Your problem, it is you, because it's where you're searching for your woman. It's not necessary.
If you gotta wait till 25 women to start making changes in yourself,
Gentlemen,
AP did say they will. AP did say they will.
I think you
though.
wasted.
AP did say
I know, and I was trying to tell him that yes, when he said, he put the caveat, maybe you need to look in different places. Yes, but that doesn't mean you need to change you. Where you're looking is probably the problem.
That's true too.
So at the end of the day, you know how many women say, "Oh, I want a 6-figure man." Okay, cool. You want a 6-figure man? Well, guess what? What if all 6-figure men think alike? And you think you're not going to acquiesce to that because you're trying to find the kind of 6-figure man that will deal with you? Then, baby girl, you're the problem, because you're not adjusting, like Di said, for the type of man you're trying to get. If this is a different type of man who's on a higher tier than what you're accustomed to, you're going to have to adjust who you are. You can't stay the same and try to get better.
I think we're all saying that.
But we're not all saying that, because I'm telling AP, if he goes out on 10 dates with 10 different women and it doesn't work out, and all those women tell him something about him that they didn't like is the reason why they didn't choose him. We didn't articulate that he was leveling up in those 10 women. We just said this was 10 random women that was telling him what they didn't like. And now he's making changes, trying to.
No. You didn't listen to me then. Because what I said was, if I'm finding a consistent theme, did I not say that? If there's something similar, right?
AP, hold on. I'm the one that gave the scenario.
But right, you can give the scenario, but at the same time, if I say, because the context is, if they're all saying something very similar,
I heard you.
Either something inside of me,
no, AP,
whether I need to change the place where I'm looking, or upgrade who I am.
Right, but
because I'm not going to go backwards, right?
AP, if you just change where you're looking for women, does that mean you need to change who you are as a person?
It means I self-reflected and understood that I'm not looking in the right place for the women that I need.
But AP, you first said if you heard 10 women tell you something about you, then maybe you need to make some changes. And I'm telling you that's not true. Check this out. If you're meeting bottle girls, say you're going to the club and you have this theme for cute bottle girls and you keep trying to talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you stay the same person and you just maybe try to talk to a woman at church, do you think you'll get the exact same reaction from the church woman that you're getting from the 10 bottle girls?
I'm no longer the same person because I'm not looking in the same place for the same woman. No, I'm not. I have changed exactly.
This is going on forever.
I have changed where I look. And the fact is, when I looked inside of me, and I just want to finish the point.
Let me make
the fact is, I looked inside of me and said, okay, all of these women are saying X, Y, and Z. I am not looking in the right place. That's not on them. Is that on them? No, that's on me. That means I looked and made the change. Whether I changed my personality, my bank account, no matter what it was, I changed something about me.
No, you didn't. Let me
yes,
say
I
this.
did.
Okay, cool. If I, as a single man, I don't have a limitations as to where I would interact with a woman. I'll interact with women at grocery stores, at lounges, at church, at sporting events, at a friend's barbecue. It does online. I'll interact with women wherever I go. I'm the same person no matter what venue I'm in. I'm not changing who I am because I'm in a different venue, but I'm probably going to get a different reception from the women based on the venue. That don't mean I changed who I am.
Not necessarily.
I didn't say that.
No, but you just changed your scenario that you gave me.
No, I
You
didn't.
literally changed your scenario.
So
What
No,
you
I
said
didn't.
was, if I'm finding is bottle girls,
No, I use that as an
but
example.
then you said,
Listen, listen.
hold on, Will, you
Hold
just
on, I'm
said
telling you wrong. I'm
that
telling you
if
wrong. So you
you
don't
don't
go down
look
this
in
rabbit
the
hole.
same place.
No, AP, I'm telling you wrong.
That's an even better
AP, AP,
for
AP.
statistics.
AP, just listen. I want to make sure you don't think I said anything wrong. I just used the 10 bottle girls as an example to say, just because 10 people told you something negative about you, it doesn't mean you have to change you. Because like Di and I agree that maybe you're just looking in a venue where you got superficial people. You don't necessarily know these people are superficial, but they're superficial nonetheless.
That
If
means
you
I'm
go to a place where people have a little bit more moral character, you'll probably get a different outcome, even if it's unbeknownst to you that this is a place where people have higher moral character. You don't have to change who you are to get a better outcome. You have to spread a wider net. You can't just keep going to the same places, talking to the same types of women and think, oh, I'm going to get a different outcome. I'll keep talking to the same type of women that work in the same field, have the same desires and goals. No, you have to diversify, sir.
I think
You have
with
to do
Will's
all those
thought
things.
process though, but with Will's thought process, that kind of make a lot of sense when it comes to men, because I do think about that. Like, why do you choose to date a woman with higher education than you, than when you know that at some point when she's delivering something, you might take it offensive? You need to date lower. You
Yeah.
need to go lower than what you're looking for. And I guarantee you'll probably get the results you need, because there's women at that level who needs guidance. Everybody can't, you know what I'm saying? And I've learned that when it comes to women, like every guy can't, get up there with you. Sometimes you gotta, look for what you look for. So I do get with Will's point. If I was a man, that's how I would think. I wouldn't think like, oh, let me date a woman and let her lift me up, because I'm thinking I'm the man. I gotta lift her up. So if this bitch too heavy to lift, I'm finna go get a bitch I can lift. Like, you get what I'm saying?
No,
Like that man,
I understand
that
what y'all
man
are
should not
saying,
be
but
reaching up
he
to
made a
that woman
change.
and hoping for her to lift him up.
But the point is that he made a change. She didn't. The women didn't change. The man changed something.
Okay, so
Whether it's a personality trait, whether it's where he's looking, whether it's the type of woman that he's looking for, he made the
Will was
change.
just being specific on the type
Yeah.
of change, though. Will was
okay,
like on this type of change. He was like, you don't necessarily.
Uh,
It doesn't have to be this. Like, he was like being very
like
specific
that,
on what.
but that's part of the evaluation process that I was talking about. If I run into 10 women in 10 different places and they all tell me something very, very similar, very, very similar, either I'm going to A, change the type of woman the type of woman I'm looking for, or change my approach, or change how I need to be to get the kind of woman that I want. One of those three changes has to occur, but it doesn't start with her. It starts 100% with him changing something, which requires self-reflection, which
Right.
requires him to look internally at the results that he's getting and say, okay, how do I change the result to get the desired outcome that I want?
The
That's
lesson
that's on him.